Hey, welcome to Wood Sports Gaming. This episode is week 6 for the Saints as they travel to Houston for second straight road game. After falling on the road last week 9-3 in Foxborough against the New England Patriots, Woods threw 2 interceptions with no touchdowns, and as for defense, Lattimore had 2 interceptions and Tom Bisbee had 1 sack, but it was a long day for Trump's Saints. Today the Saints look to get back on track in Houston. Welcome to Wood Sports Gaming. This video features gameplay from various sports video games. Wood Sports does not claim ownership of the rights to any of the games shown in this video. Copyright disclaimer: Wood Sports Gaming Universe does not own the rights to the video games featured in this content, including but not limited to Madden, FC24, NHL 24, MLB The Show 24, and WWE 2K. All rights to these games are owned by their respective creators, AS Sports and 2K Games, in accordance with the Copyright Act 1976, Section 107. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. All credit for the creation of the video games used in this content goes to their rightful owners. If any creators or artists are featured in this video, full credit is given to them for their work. Music, art, video creator S. Insert name here of creators will be listed here. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to contact me at email thewoodstruthnetwork@gmail.com. Also make sure to like video and subscribe to the channel as we will be putting top 3 followers into the game to be drafted. And comment your thoughts in the comments below.
The roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback, the 2nd overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
In only 2 seasons, Stroud showed all he needed to at Ohio State. All-American, Heisman finalist, program records galore. He looked every bit like the #1 overall pick. He went number 2, but Houston is thrilled to have him.
Stroud looks to throw on the first play. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. 2nd and 10. Now a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This goes out wide for Mixon. So no gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He'll only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back to throw now on first down. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. You look at the defense for these Texans. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it, because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's Lou Hedley on now to punt the football. Desmond King deep for Houston. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air. And that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
2nd down and 8. Now they'll go play action here with Stroud. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The numbers for Mixon last week: 22 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1. Stroud work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. You look at this Saints defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Stroud on third down now. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 20 carries, 72 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
2nd and 2. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The Saints at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
2nd down and 6 now. They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Kamara up the middle. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. They'll come up 2nd and 7 as they've got it as we resume action. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards that time.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break, contain, and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the first big plays we've seen in this football game, and could that be the play that gets this game jump-started? It's taken a while as both teams have tried to settle in. Maybe now the pace will accelerate.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Point after here coming up. It's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. Houston's offense taking over again. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Stroud. To Mixon on the check down. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Give them the completion. No gain. But let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Stroud out of the gun here. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. 3rd and long wrong that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
The offense and Alvin Mara heading back to the field. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
A quality run by Kamara, who's the same dependable and often spectacular back the Saints drafted in 2017. Another season of nearly 900 yards rushing and 500 receiving yards.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And Diggs has it.
And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
A catch and a first down from Stephon Diggs, one of the league's most consistently excellent receivers. 3rd straight season with over 100 catches and a near-career best of 11 touchdowns as well.
Back to throw here. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
A 10th carry for Kamara, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. He'll drop to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that. And now, before we get to the extra point, remember, all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
And Stroud now to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. Touchdown, Saints. Stephon Diggs from 10 yards out.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. Houston set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Stroud to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Stroud. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Here's 3rd and 7.
He'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. They'll look to throw again.
There's Chris Olave.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes for Kirk Cousins there. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Landry Jones, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. A good performance from Bryce Young, the rookie, with 2 touchdown passes. We just watched a solid first half from the veteran running back Alvin Kamara. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. So here are the Saints to take over. They were losers to New England a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead here as they start 1st and 10. They start the second half with Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 57 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. Oh, and now some space to operate. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Second and 7 from the 20. from the gun. It's a run for Kamara. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he's brought down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 75. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Open man there is Collins complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Come on. Panther 60. Panther 60. You got nothing.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Jet sweep now. Here's Collins. Three-quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. That time a 9-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 5. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And give him about 4 on the, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Running with Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's going to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 109 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
19 Tiger.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Stroud looking to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Stroud. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Stroud. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Stroud. And he's got Jordan complete right side. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Back to throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Stroud here on 3rd and long. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
You can't at all, and nothing else. Now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. Kamara up the middle. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 7. A give. This is Kamara. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Demario Davis there on the stop. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for New Orleans, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.